Let's call this what it is, a demolition. Marc Marquez has returned to MotoGP not as a comeback story, but as a one-man wrecking ball, and he's exposing every weakness in this championship while he's at it. You can spin it any way you like. Talk about maturity, redemption, or destiny. But the fact is, Marquez has turned 2025 into his own personal vendetta tour. Remember 2020? When that crash at Jerez didn't just fracture his arm, but nearly obliterated his entire future? That was the moment so many smug voices declared him finished. They buried him under eulogies and hot takes about how he'd never be the same. Well, guess what? He's back, and he's shoving those predictions right back down everyone's throat. 3 years of surgeries, 3 years of being stuck with a Honda that belonged in a scrapyard, 3 years of hearing the same tired commentary about his recklessness. And then, when he finally ripped up the Honda contract and threw away millions to join Gresini Ducati on a pay cut, no factory backing, these same critics were practically laughing. He's desperate, they scoffed. Desperate? No, hungry. You want desperate? Desperate is what you call the rest of this grid, grasping for scraps while Marquez obliterates them week after week. 6 wins in a row, 3 sprints, 3 main races. That's not resurgence, that's scorched earth. And don't forget how he did it. He crashed twice on Friday in Assen. Any other rider would have limped through the weekend praying for points. Marc? He came back and torched the field like it was nothing. While Pecco Bagnaia, his own teammate and supposedly Ducati's golden boy, had to inform him on the podium that he'd just tied Agostini's win record, because Marquez doesn't give a damn about records mid-race. He's too busy dismantling people's illusions in real time. Oh, but you can already hear the excuses. He has the best bike now. The rules are frozen. Sure, those same rules applied to everyone else, and they still can't touch him. Jorge Lorenzo, who knows a thing or two about speed, said it outright. Marquez can cruise at 90% while the rest are risking their necks just to hang on. That's what dominance looks like. And it's making a lot of people very, very uncomfortable. Valentino Rossi's VR48 Academy graduates getting humiliated on the same Ducati that Rossi himself never managed to tame. The Mugello crowd booing Marquez because he dares to be better than their hero's disciples. Newsflash, nostalgia doesn't win races, grit does. Inside Ducati, some are already panicking that Marquez will turn them into the same one-man empire Honda became. And you know what? Maybe he will, because when your supposed 2-time champion teammate trails you by 126 points halfway through the season, maybe you should build the whole program around the only guy who can actually deliver. Let's be honest. MotoGP's competitive credibility is hanging by a thread. Top riders are either hurt, underperforming, or still getting their bearings. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez, with a rebuilt body and a red suit he was never supposed to wear, is making this championship look like a charity race. If nothing changes, he's going to seal the title before October, an outcome that should make every team manager and rival squirm. You can hate the guy. You can resent the arrogance, the aggression, the audacity it takes to walk away from the biggest contract in the paddock and bet everything on yourself. But you can't deny this. Marc Marquez is the only rider in this era with the guts and the sheer, terrifying skill to shatter expectations. And don't think for a second he's satisfied. Tying Agostini? Just a checkpoint. Equaling Rossi's 7 titles? Almost inevitable. Passing them both? That's the real target. So keep booing, keep questioning, keep hoping he'll falter. Because Marc Marquez doesn't care. He's here to burn your illusions to the ground. And he's not asking for your approval. Have an opinion? Join the chorus of outrage. Because whether you love it or loathe it, this is the Marc Marquez era, and everyone else is just trying not to get flattened.